Hi Dip, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks, Rose.
Brilliant. So I just really wanted to sit down with you, like we do usually after a big project, and just have a chat through about reviewing what went well,
Sure.
anything that you weren't happy with, and what you might want to do differently. So
Okay.
if you're happy to sort of chat away about that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Great.
So I think the Insights Day itself went really well.
Okay.
I think the servicemen that attended really enjoyed it. I think the families who really attended that attended also enjoyed
Sure.
it. I think the team pulled together in the end, getting there.
Yeah.
That was a different story. I guess in the end it worked out. It worked out all right.
Excellent. Well, actually, the feedback that I heard, I just want to sort of acknowledge that the feedback that I heard about the event, that it was an absolute success. There was some fabulous feedback,
Thank you.
and really, it was really well enjoyed, and brilliant day on the day. So
a relief.
I want to I really want to reassure you of that. So
Thank you.
brilliant. Now, anything around that you feel you would like to have done differently?
Well, you're well aware of the situation towards we were getting to the end of it, and we hadn't got enough suppliers in. I dropped the ball. And the team had to pull together, and we had to pull in a few favours. Worked out in the end. Not my proudest moment.
Okay.
Feel like I let people down.
Okay.
But yeah, no, thank you for the feedback. But yeah, it wasn't the best journey.
Okay, so I'm hearing that you're saying it wasn't your proudest moment and that you sort of dropped a ball. So thank you for for sharing that with me. I want to reiterate that actually the outcome we got in the end was one of success. So it's really important that you hold on to that and we don't lose sight of the actual outcome. The journey might have been a different experience, and we can think about that. So before we go into that, I'd just like to sort of hear from you. If you were thinking about this day, and although it was a success, what would be your ideal? How would you envision, if you had a real sort of clear picture of what you would be aiming for as an ideal, what would that look like?
I think it would be everyone enjoying themselves, including the team and myself, knowing that we were prepared, knowing that everything was planned out well. All we were doing was just making sure everything was flowing as it should be. But yeah, no, we have a sense of pride in what we've done.
Brilliant.
That we're all taking. We're just enjoying the day as much as everyone else is.
Excellent. So what I'm hearing is that planning was really important to you, that you were in a good flow with it, and a real sense of pride from the day.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Fabulous. So let's just reflect back to what actually happened, and just talk to me a little bit more about that then.
Yeah, we planned it for so long, and I had it down on my list of things to do. It was right there at the top that we had to get another couple of suppliers in.
Okay.
And then it just kind of disappeared. It just, in the overwhelm of everything that happens, I'm mentoring Chris.
Sure.
He needed a bit more time. People knocking on my, door, proverbially, or always kind of the phone ringing, or people coming and asking for things, and it just felt like the priority slipped away.
Okay.
For other people's priorities.
So other people's priorities.
Well, I know that they come to me because they obviously need something from me. I just feel that I have to be there to help them out. So that might be a quick review of an email, or jumping on a quick Zoom call.
Sure.
It might be whatever it is.
Yeah.
I've got to be there to support them. I've got to make sure that they feel that they're getting what they need. So, yeah, it just disappeared.
It disappeared. So what I'm hearing there is that the reality was that was lots of disruptions and interruptions and people making demands on you, and that started to impact on your priorities around this day.
And it's always like this, Rose. I feel
Okay.
like priorities are always something that, I feel like my priority is always a challenge compared to other people's priorities. It feels like theirs takes more centre stage.
Okay, so theirs are taking more centre stage. And the impact of that happening on you, what's the impact for you?
I just feel like I'm running constantly on the treadmill. It's just, I'm trying to chase up my own work. I'm working harder to get my stuff done.
Yeah.
And then sometimes still feeling like I've let them down, like we did with the Insight Day.
Absolutely, yeah, I can hear that, absolutely. So if that were to be different, let's just take you back to that ideal again. What would be different when it comes to, you know, how other people are seeing you and experiencing you?
On the day,
Yeah, on the day.
in control, somebody that they can turn to when they need it,
Yeah,
someone reliable.
sure.
Yeah, someone who can make decisions.
So somebody reliable, can make decisions
Think on the spot.
on the spot. Brilliant. And how would that make you feel? What would be the feelings that you experience around that?
Yeah, no, I'd feel really good. I'd feel like pride. I'd feel proud.
Some pride and proud. Brilliant. Okay. So let's just explore a little bit around your options here. What might you do differently?
Do you know what? The priorities thing has come up before, and it's something
Okay.
I struggle with,
Yeah.
if I'm honest. My priorities versus others. I feel like I'm letting others down if I kind of say no or don't do what they want me to do,
Okay.
or just, you know, they say it's just 5 minutes, or can
Yeah.
I just have a quick chat? I find myself naturally just saying, sure,
Okay.
let's have a look at that. Yeah, and that's something I can definitely get better at. Yeah.
And so what I heard just then was, you know, I'm feeling like I'm letting people down if I sort of say no. Okay. So I just want to check in around that. How do you know that you're letting people down?
By not making myself available to them.
Okay. So you're telling yourself by not making yourself available, you're letting them down.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we're a team, and you know
You
they
wanna be
need
part
me
of
as
that
much as I
team.
need them, and
Absolutely. Can I just check in how accurate that might be? I can absolutely hear that that's a feeling that you're experiencing. You value being part of the team, and if you're not there and you're saying no, you're letting them down. Have you actually got any evidence around that?
no.
I mean, it's a feeling for you. I absolutely acknowledge that's what you feel. But how do you know that's what they're feeling? That's my question.
If I'm honest, I don't.
You don't know?
No,
Okay.
it's just an assumption.
It's an assumption. Okay. So what could be possible for you to find out and check in? What could you do to check in whether or not this is an accurate assumption or whether it's not?
Ask them.
It's a possibility. That's one thought. Yeah, you could ask them.
I could maybe try and reprioritise or negotiate with them somehow, saying, is it urgent now, or could we maybe
Sure.
have a conversation with it in a bit because I've got to do something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
You know what? The other thing, I guess, I mentor Chris.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
only been with us 4 months. He's a great lad. He's doing really well. He's settling into the team, and I really love what I do there. But it does take up a lot of time.
Of course, yeah.
You know, trying to get him to feel that sense of belonging, that he's really performing well as well, and that sense of, like, you know, that he's part of the team. But it takes a lot of time.
Absolutely.
So maybe there's something about, I don't really want to, because that's something I really enjoy.
No, absolutely. That's
But
important.
maybe there's something around there potentially.
What could that something be?
Well, at the minute it's quite unstructured, and I'm just available to him whenever he needs me.
Okay.
Maybe I could put a bit more structure around it.
Sure.
Maybe I could, whilst continue being his mentor, maybe I could get the team members involved a little bit more, rather than doing it all myself. Say, look, you know, you can also turn to Terry, you can turn to Georgia, you can turn to whoever you want. You know, we can all kind of help out and do a bit.
Definitely. How would that feel for you?
It would feel all right, but I'd feel a bit like I'm letting Chris down.
You could be letting him down again.
Yeah.
So there again, I'm noticing this feeling that's coming up for you. You mentioned it a bit earlier.
Yeah.
When you said, you know, you feel like you wouldn't be part of the team and you're letting people down if you say no. And I checked in with you to say, you know, well, is that accurate? how accurate is that? Because it's important to know. It might be important for you to find that out.
Yeah.
So we're back to that. How might you find out if that's valid, the feeling you're having?
Just do it. Give it a go and see what happens.
You could give it a go.
Like,
yeah.
just say, look, I could sit down with Chris, say to him, how's it going? Maybe not be as available to him as, maybe give him a chance to kind of learn as well. Give him that chance to grow by speaking to others, maybe working with the other members of the team, that he gets exposure to them as well. Yeah, I guess I'm not going to know until I either ask or I do.
Well, that's definitely one way. You could try it. You could experiment and get the feedback and see the response. Is there anything else you could do other than that?
No, I don't.
Think of anything else?
I can't, no.
Okay. Well, let's just go back to the thing that you said at the beginning, which was really important around the day, the things that you really valued and wanted.
Yeah.
Just let's recap over those. What were they? What's the goal you're looking for?
That sense of accomplishment, pride, control.
Okay. Accomplishment, some pride, and some control.
Yeah.
So if you would have this conversation or even experiment with Chris around the mentoring and changing that relationship a little bit, what might that give you? What would be the benefits?
Definitely more time.
Time.
Certainly give me back a bit more time. It would give him confidence in his own ability, which then would mean that he would lean on me less, but still know that I'm here if he needs me.
Yeah.
He'll know that the other team members are there for him as well.
How do you know that? I just want to check in on that. How will you know he's going to feel different or feel more confident? How will you know?
I'll sit down and have these kind of conversations, have feedback conversations with him.
Brilliant.
See how he's getting on, what he needs, whether he's getting enough or not, whether he needs more.
Excellent. So I really want to acknowledge that bit there, that bit around having the conversations and seeking the feedback, because the feedback is going to give you really this thing that I feel like has been missing. What's the feedback going to give you?
Reassurance that, it's going to give me the evidence that I'm looking for, maybe.
It might, yeah. The evidence.
Yeah.
You're going to hear from him rather than hearing what you're telling yourself some of the time.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So if you can clarify, what out of those options, what one do you want to commit to?
Well, I'm definitely going to talk to Chris and then talk to Terry and Georgia as well and see if they can support with mentoring Chris. That's something that I think is a given. Can definitely do that.
And can I check in when you might be able to get that done?
Yeah, this afternoon I've got a meeting with Chris.
Fantastic.
So I can sit down with him and do that straight away.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'd quite like if we could have more feedback sessions as well.
Brilliant.
You know, maybe I could sit down with you and you could give me a bit more steer on things.
Definitely. Yeah, I'd be really, really happy to do that.
And then the prioritisation thing, I guess, try saying no.
Okay. Maybe that's something we can talk about next time, actually. Maybe we go a bit further with that one and have some feedback around that in the next meeting. But brilliant start. Yeah, I think what you've said there is really going to be interesting. Let's get back together and have another chat about that.
That'd be great. I really appreciate that.
Thanks, dear.
Thank you, Rose.